Anyway, we got Atheist Austin in Gatlinburg. Thanks for waiting.
Hey, thanks, Matt. I'm a big fan of the show. I want to start out by saying congratulations on that Women's March thing.
Oh,
everybody that turned out for that.
I shouldn't get any congratulations at all because I showed up and I even actually left early. But,
but that was great. Yeah, I would like to talk to you today about some discoveries I made through my own meditations. I don't know whether to say theist or atheist. What would you call a Buddhist?
It depends on whether or not they believe a God exists.
Yeah, there's no specific God. So
is there a non-specific God?
Huh?
Well, it has you listed as a theist. So do you believe that there's a God?
No, I don't believe in any gods. I wasn't sure how you categorize that because, a lot of people...
If you don't believe in any gods, you're an atheist.
All right.
Or a non-theist if you prefer, or what. I don't really care. The label's largely important, but there's like a tilde here. It's like tilde
okay.
theist. We're not sure. Anyway, you said you discovered something while meditating. What's that like?
I did. But before I get all woo and out there on you, I want to say that I would like to believe that this is based in science and my understanding of it.
The last caller would like to believe that he was being reasonable, and so.
Oh, let's hear it. Come on,
go for it.
Go.
But what I arrived at is something that I've called Ravanya. I know it's new, so you wouldn't know anything about it. So I'm gonna give you a brief introduction to it here. With the dawn came light. The light flowed out like a flood, chasing away the night, and flowed into 20 seas. These seas are not separated by land as ours, but are as oil and water, one stacked upon another.
Hey, Austin. Austin.
Yes.
So first of all, the phone's kind of crackling, so I'm having a hard time hearing you. It sounds like you're reading poetry.
I'm sorry. This is what I've written down for Ravanya, which is the discoveries that I made.
What's the number? What's the name of it again?
Ravanya.
Ravanya?
Okay.
Yes. It's Sanskrit for the sounding.
Instead of like some really cool poetry, could you at least like tell us what it is that you're talking about beforehand?
Yeah, that would be a lot simpler, actually. So it goes from the Big Bang and tries to incorporate all of the particle physics that, as I currently understand it, and tries to get us to the world as we see it. And the advantage that I'm seeing with it is it's more united because you don't have to go from like a biology to physics. You don't have to separate the world into fragments like that. And I believe that if there ever was a unified field theory discovered, it would look a lot like this.
Okay, so I'm trying. I realize I've been in a mood, and so I was probably perhaps a little too curt with the last caller, and I'm doing what I can to make amends. But you're a non-theist.
Are you a particle physicist?
I'm not. In much the same way that a lot of the guys on the show here have a working understanding of physical principles and stuff.
No, so what I'm understanding is that through your meditations, you have come up with something that what we'll call a model.
Yes.
That is your version of a theory of everything.
Yes.
Why are you calling the Atheist Experience with this information?
It is as yet incomplete.
Because what? Wait, I didn't catch the answer.
It is as yet incomplete.
Okay,
and
so you've got a model and you're not even done with it, but why would you call the Atheist Experience whether you were done with it or not? I'm not a particle physicist.
Right.
I'm not working on a grand unified theory. I don't know what this has to do with atheism or theism.
Right.
I have no way, I mean, and it'd be the first unified theory that I've heard expressed in poetry form.
But I think a good thing, sometimes if you contact like local universities, and asked to talk to, even, I guess, adjunct professors. Sometimes people will talk to you. I've written to people that are expert in certain fields if I have questions about potentially a book I'm reading or something. I read a book on Icelandic history, and I had some questions about their laws, and I actually found a professor at a university who was in Icelandic studies, and they responded to me and answered my questions. And so I would say that if what you're doing you think impacts particle physics and has to do with unified theory, it might be a good idea to reach out to somebody that's involved in that field and just see what they think.
All right. Well, I won't waste any more of your time. Thank you for the information, and I'm a big fan of the show.
All right. Thanks, Austin. Yeah, it's like, I get it. I understand the frustration of I've got this idea, and it's not quite worked out, and I really need somebody to talk to. I'm not that guy.
Yeah, I would be no help at all. No help whatsoever.
I mean, if you wanted to talk to me about magic stuff or some sort of philosophical argument or some nuanced
Bible questions or whatever.
Tomorrow I'm working on a video that takes a look at claimed contradictions in the Bible and the apologetics surrounding them. Love to have those conversations. I don't know squat about.
Yeah. I've had that happen. There's people sometimes that'll ask me about certain things, and they'll be like, "Can I get your opinion on something?" And I remember one instance where they wanted my opinion on economics, and I was just sort of like, "I guess." And they sent me the question. I said, here's what I would think of it. And then they proceeded to start writing back with criticisms of my response. And I'm like, look, I'm not an economist. You wrote to me and asked what was my opinion on a specific economic question. I've never claimed to know squat about economics. If you have questions about economics and you want to, argue with somebody about economic theories, go talk to an economist.
It reminds me of how many times has somebody called in with, I can prove evolution wrong. And that's their call.
Well, this would be the place to change the theories of science.
Yeah, don't worry about going to journals or biologists or I've got the crippling end to evolutionary theory right in the palm of my hand.
And I'm calling a podcast.
I'm gonna call the public access TV show in Austin where this douchey dude will just go, why did you call me? It's not fun. But all right, we got